Hello, all. Welcome to RCB Pavilion. So we have a lot of passionate and more than passionate, I think more frustrated fans over here. So today we are talking about more about RCB's five losses, what's going on. Everyone were excited about Andy Flower, but that it will turn the RCB tide and they will play really good cricket. But that has not been the way. We have lost five in a row and almost the season is over. So, hello Sagar, hi Yashwant, hi Gautam. Thanks for joining in. I know it's frustrating times, but I know that we have to discuss some few points, and our hope is that it reaches management, right? I know it will take a lot of time, but somehow it reaches them. So that's our main goal. So yeah, guys. So I will let my points in, but it's about you guys. So I want you guys to talk more because I want to know what's your point of view. So yeah, guys. First of all, RCB losing five in a row, and as I called out Andy Flower, Mo Bobbat, we all were excited. So actually, what's gone wrong? What's happened? Anyone can start. Anyone can start here.
So this is called RCB Hosa Adhyaya, right? First of all, there is no bowlers at all. And like, I mean, if you look at the test squad, Will Jacks and Rajat and Lomer, I mean, they're given a lot of money for them to come for an RCB. But not even this guy, even Vaishak is playing very good. And like, they kept it like two matches like out for him. And he was good, very good. And Dagar, he did very good bowling. But still, again, from one match, it's not going to work out, right? So first, I think probably they need to change entire team in terms of a bowling unit when they're considering it. See, bowling in the nets is completely different, and bowling in a match is completely different, right? RCB
Exactly.
batting as in a net bowling, and they're considering, oh, these guys are a top class bowlers. Like, let's do it, let's take them, and not really sure. And look at the Siraj in a domestic and international, what records he has made it. But look at like now the season, like it's unlucky for him. Like, and every batsman is raping him like anything.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Ashwant was mentioning about the bowlers. The bowling unit has to be a very strong one comparing like as of now, because each and every batsmen are like very aggressive. They're playing. They're not in a very like balanced or on a defensive mode. Everyone are like showing their aggression, and the rule of the impact player has added more advantage to the batsmen. So when it comes to the bowling unit, RCB has should have concentrated more on that. Batsmen, yeah, it's good. Okay, we can take all rounders, but pure bowlers, we actually need it, right? So that's one they are actually lacking. I mean, you can tell that this bowling lineup we could have easily judged in during the auctions itself. When the auction were going on, only we can easily okay, or comparing to the other teams how it is in RCB. So that we actually was like we are lacking in that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a different take on this. So if you compare last year's team and this year's team, right, you can see almost the squad remains the same. Only we've added Yash Dayal, Alzari Joseph, Loki Ferguson. Am I missing someone? No, right? Some of the new
Will
young
Jacks.
players.
Will
Yeah, Will
Jacks.
Jacks was already in the team last year also.
Yeah, it was
Uh, yeah. So as players bought from the new auctions, I think these are the few that comes to my mind immediately, and few other domestic players we have bought in. Only thing that's changed in last year and this year is the team management. Andy Flower coming in instead of Mike Hassan, and who is that Mo who was appointed
yeah.
as. So you can see Faf in this year's IPL as well. His captaincy is very questionable. Uh, if you ask me, Yash Dayal is doing a good job with his bowling. He brings a different variety to our bowling lineup. We have Siraj, we have Vaishak. In case of replacing Shabazz with Dagar, it's almost the same, right? Our batting lineup is almost same. Nothing very drastic has changed from last year, but the performance has been exceptionally opposite in the way. If you ask me, there's something not right that is gelling between Faf and Andy or Mo or whoever it is. because you can't see almost the similar set of players performing very bad in one season, and uh, they performed decently last season, right? We have to consider that as well. We should give credit where it is due. This is from my perspective. Other than that, see, bowling has been poor. That comes after you have fielded in the you get on the field, but I think there's something wrong beyond that.
I can add on to the points for you, Sagar, right? So coming to the batting lineup, who is playing? One, Virat Kohli. Second, Fab is doing his great job. And apart from these two, there is a Dinesh Karthik. And not even a individual players, not even taken a responsibility as like playing at least 10 balls. Look at Rajat, what he did played. He played one innings, that to last match, right? And look at Lomer, he didn't played anything. And Cameron Green, like we took it on like very high prices. He's not even performed any matches. I don't know what exactly they're doing it in terms of a management perspective. But coming to Bangalore matches, the tickets are getting sold 12,000, 8,000, which is of 2,500, which we know as an internally. As a KSCA, we know like what is the prices which they're keeping for the tickets, right? They're literally hurting the feelings of every RCB fan on each match, right? They'll say that like, hey, it's Wasa Adhyaya. And they'll every match they're giving us a boom booms thing.
It's more
Yeah,
like
it is.
it's more like Osa Anyaya. It's not Osa Adhyaya, it's Osa Anyaya. For English viewers, it means new betrayal. Uh, yeah,
See,
sorry.
everything, right? So in a batting, I think probably one or two players is not going to be enough, right? See, every player considered 20 hours match, and like in the power play, at least they scored a 60 runs, and rest of the things they can even rotate the singles. Nobody is there. No, everyone wanted to show that RCB management, yeah, I can hit it like anyone, right? There goes a misjudge. And in terms of bowling actions, I really don't know like at what point of a time which bowler is coming and what is doing it. And at the depth situation which we were need to be score bit higher, and our bowlers are giving a bounces to them, and the person who is like opposite, right, and he is ready to hit that balls like very stronger hands. Bowlers need to think like at what batsmen how they're playing, and they played together. Like it's not one match or two matches they played it, right? It's been a couple of years they played together, and they know which batsman plays well. And even experienced bowlers also doing a mistake. I think somewhere there is a pressure, or I really don't know. We had a very good team, but like apart from that, I can't say anything.
Well, you took batting kind of no, like batting kind of also we can easily tell them. We have good openers like Will Jackson, Fab are the like constant openers for their franchises in Big Bash. If we take in Fab's like before franchise like CSK, if we take, he was a constant opener. So it was actually what I felt was it is easily to go with them to open. Virat Kohli, we know him as a great batsman in one down. So instead of going with Virat opening, we should have actually gone with Will Jacks and Faf opening. So that's one thing they actually made a difference in the team, because when we are talking about IPL now, but in another 1.5 months we are going to see witness the T20 World Cup as well. So in that point of view also we have to think right. So okay, Virat is going to play in one down only in anyhow in World Cup. He's not going to come and open the batting. So in that perspective also we should have actually they should have actually thought and made him I mean how to tell groom for that, made him groom for that in one down position. Like you have to give him the practice to go for one down. We know that he's a great player in all positions, but still, his constant positions and his comfortable positions are there, right? So that they should have actually thought about it. Bowling, yeah, we spoke about that. It's going here and there. I don't know, like in what plan they're giving the bowlers at this over he should bowl or that over he should bowl. And the depth, if we are seeing, like we are witnessing many Yorking deliveries in from other franchise bowlers, and we are the only franchise we are bowling like we don't know to bowl Yorkers. It's not like bowlers are lacking in that. Um, the practice times, the player plan has to be done. Like okay, for this batsman, Yorker has to be done in death overs because it will be really difficult to hit a Yorker to a six unless and until it's MS or who, I mean Rian Parag like those kind of hitters. It's very difficult to hit a Yorker right to a six or a boundary. So execution of the plan is lacking in that from the management side. That's what I just wanted to add on.
Taking Virat Kohli at the one down, I think probably it's good option that like he played across the formats. But the only thing why Virat is going as in my perspective is I think we have to chase a bigger targets. We need to play bigger innings, and we know the Virat Kohli power, like how he flicks, like how he play a lot of big shots in that areas, right? Every cover drive, if you take the I mean like mid wickets, sixes, how he plays together. So I think probably I don't think so. There is a problem in like he is going as an opening because like he is a champion and he did his
Yeah,
great job in terms of an batting as well. And look at the Parthirana from a CSK team, right?
Patirana,
Pathirana.
Patirana.
Look at
Yeah,
his way of a bowling, like any pressure situation, how he does it. And look at the Mayank Yadav. He is bowling literally like 147, 150 plus, right? And in our also Siraj is there. I don't know why bouncers and Mayank Dagar. I think probably he did it uh, good in one match, and rest of the things like he is going for bouncers and other stuff. And I think Will Jackson also came for a bowling in one or two matches, right? For the spinning, I think way early he came up.
yeah, yes. Last match we witnessed him bowling the opening the bowling itself. We can see him. Will Jack opened it.
Yeah. No, so regarding these points, right? So see, I am against the thing of Virat Kohli opening, but today I read a report where it looks like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma will open the World Cup. So you have the answer there, right? So, but actually Virat always wants to open for RCB, but now because he and Rohit will open in the T20 World Cup, maybe that's the reason he's opening. But actually, I'm against it because I want because T20 cricket has moved on, right? If you're going opening, you are expected to score at a strike rate of 200. I know 150 is a really good strike rate, but now the way the rules has changed with the rule of impact player in power play, you have to utilize that. And to come to the point which Sagar said, Faf and Andy Flower, the surprising thing has they have worked before. They have worked together before. My only concern here is the role clarity, and that's the next point which we are going to discuss, right? Because all these players are seasoned players. They are all are international bowlers. Akashdeep got test cap just before the IPL. Alzari Joseph, Yash Dayal, Lockie Ferguson, they won IPL title with Gujarat Titans. So where is it wrong? Is it to do with because it's to do with 16 years, right? Because we never had a good bowling attack apart from one or two years where Stark was in his prime, right? So what do you guys feel? Is it to do with the execution, the role clarity? Is it the coaching? Is it the team environment? Are they not trusting each player's man management as you called out? Like if one player performs one bad game, they are not sure whether they will play next match or they are dropped or they are in the playing 11. On the other side, if you look at CSK Rajasthan, Shivam Dubey was a RCB player. Now he is one of the best hitters of spin, best middle order batter India can have. Correct. So, which clearly, as a cricketer, as a if the person who doesn't know cricket also can identify, okay, for him there is role clarity. He will play as a middle order batter. He doesn't have pressure of bowling. So it's all clear. So what do you guys feel? Because it's beyond me that I started to doubt the coaching staff now because I don't think they have plan A, plan B. They are bowling both sides of the wicket. So what's your thoughts on these points? What do you feel? Where is it actual wrong? I know we
As
can
you
the bowlers. What's the actual scene behind the bowlers?
as you clearly mentioned, one thing is we don't know whom to use it at what point of a time in the bowling actions, right? One is on the I'm not really sure. I think probably there is a pressure on every player, or like there is a I think probably as you mentioned very clearly, it's a role clarity, right? And who is an all-rounder, who is a pure bowler, they're not able to segregate. At least in other teams, if you consider Royal Challenge, I'm sorry, if you consider CSK, if you consider RR team, and if you consider SRH, look at the SRH team how they came up. They clearly had a vision like who need to do a bowling at what point of a time, and at what point of a time they need to do a slowers, yorkers, and like how to, I mean, bring down the players' style. So everything there, it's been very clarity by the coaches at least, right? I'm not really sure from the coaching perspective. I don't know. I mean, the coaches are like really had a very big impact in terms of, international and like I mean domestic seasons as well. I think they are very good. I think probably somewhere there is a communication gap from the management, coaches, and in terms of the cap as well, right? Fab literally got confused like whom to use at what point of a time, and one thing is whom to use at the bowling actions because they are lesser bowlers first of all, right? If you consider pure bowlers, there is only I think Siraj was there, and this guy Vaishak was there from Karnataka, and I think there is a spinner. I think look at the other teams, we have only one spinner. I think Maxwell is not. I mean, I don't call him as an efficient bowler. I mean, to be very honest. And when we needed a big scores, I think probably he's leaking the runs in between, right? So I don't consider him as an bowler because like he's a all rounder though, but still I don't consider him. And who else was there? Like yes, there. I mean, Sanjay did very good. I mean, like he did very good balls. But I think there is a lot of pressure, as you mentioned. So one thing is management issues. One thing is communication issues, communication gaps, and other part, if you wanted to clearly call out, there is a trust. I mean, there is a trust issues on each player. Okay, let's say I give up. I think probably we play cricket together, right, Anu? So we know that like bowler efficiency, right? One over, if a good batsman is there, we know that like he's gonna hit it. And second over, a bowler thinks like what needs to be bowled. We know very clearly where to make down them. But here, okay, I'll give this 1 over. If he gets scored about 10, 10 per over, I think probably I'll change it. And that is not the way like where you need to use in your bowling. Consistently in our power play itself, like you have to use our two bowlers continuously for at least 2 overs. Let's see the change, how exactly it's doing it when it's a fast bowler. Either it's a leaking the runs. One major thing, major drawback, catches when the matches, which RCB always does this mistake. They leave a lot of catches. They will take a lot of chances there. That's where like we are actually losing it.
Anu, I just wanted to add a point like what Ashwin told regarding the bowling lineup. When we compare to the other franchises, when we see them, they had a very clear plan that okay, for this batsman, this kind of bowler has to bowl. Okay, when we take Klassen itself, for Klassen it will be difficult for him to hit slower balls. He has a potential to hit, but he little struggles for it compared to the pace medium when we are bowling at a good pace. So they had a very good plan when we have to pour the slower ones, when we have to bowl the bounces to which batter we have to pour the bounces. So the execution of the plan on each bowler is actually lacking the RCB management, which I actually personally feel that. So basically, what Yashwant told was the trust issues. When the one bowler is getting hit, the when we see the cap with the captain fast itself, he actually changes the bowler again. Okay, when he's getting it, we have to go with the next bowler. So that was actually very wrong in my perspective because we just need to trust the bowler. We just need to give them the confidence. Okay, 1 over, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You can come back to stronger in the next over. So that confidence, that as a captain, he should have given that. That is actually lacking from captain perspective as well as from the bowling management perspective. So even the when we see like past three matches when we were seeing not past three matches before that when we see one match Vaishak actually bowled really good. He took some two wickets. The next match if you see he's not bowling. And that match we will actually witness Maxwell taking some two wickets. He bowled really good. The next match if you see Maxwell is not bowling. So that consistency, like the plan execution consistency, is not perfect in RCB management side. So that is what I felt from what we saw in this like past 5 matches. Past 5 losses in a row. So that is what I felt it.
Uh, so, so my friends here spoke about all the major points that needed to be discussed. I'll try to add in a different perspective here, Anu. Let's talk about the last 16 years. Let's accept the fact that
ಈ ಸಲ
Chinnaswamy.
ಕಪ್ ನಿಮ್ದೆ.
No, no, listen, talking something here. So if you think about 16 years, right? Every team has a home advantage. RCB probably is the only team that doesn't have a home advantage.
That is very true.
We should accept that fact. Okay, we know our support is great, but the boundaries are short enough so that even uh, tailender could hit a six. Even Eds can go six, right? So none of the other teams lose their home advantages. So you have 14 games. You will at least try to win six in your home. Okay, another two or three from outside, and you are done. You are qualified. But RCB is the only team, and we all as cricketers, we've all played cricket, right? As bowlers or batsmen, we tend to follow our confidence. So if you are playing at home, and when our bowlers are getting smacked left, right, and center, except for Yuzvendra Chahal and Vinay Kumar for that matter, who was a bit successful in Chinnaswamy, all the other bowlers went for a lot of runs, and the lack of X factor bowlers we have, right? What happens is that our normal bowlers are good bowlers, but their confidence gets so low after playing at Chinnaswamy, after getting smacked left, right, and center. They go outside and they still can't perform well. That is one point that I wanted to make. The second being there's a lack of mindset. I think that is also constant throughout the 16 years of RCB. But if you see this year in isolation, right? There's a lack of mindset, proper positive intent, as they say, play bold. That is absolutely absent here. See, for example, SRH. We'll take their team as the case study. They play with proper five or six five batters, I guess. Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Markram, Klassen, and Abdul Samad, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Another some Nitish Reddy.
yeah, Nitish Reddy. He is there.
They have taken him as an all-rounder, but you can say six batters. Let's compare the same in when RCB is playing. We have VK, we have Faf, we have Rajat Patidar, we have Cameron Green or Will Jacks, any one of those. We have Maxwell, we have DK, we have Lomror or Anuj Rahul who
Saurabh.
played.
Anu,
So we have seven batters, they have six batters. Look at the way they play. They have so much role clarity. As in, they don't care. Even we heard Pat Cummins say that, right? The way we are playing, we may not win all the matches, but we are sure to create a fear in the opposition's mind that if it's our day, it's going to be 300 very soon.
Yeah,
This attitude I've never seen in RCB, and I've never seen any captain. Talk in such a way ever. It's always about conservative cricket. Hit a four, take a next ball single. We should understand and we should acknowledge the fact that the game has moved so forward that you just don't do one six, one single. Uh, we should first accept that fact. Our players are making these mistakes. You can hit a six, play three dot balls, take a single. Your over will still remain 7 to 8 runs an over. There's no point of hitting a six there. It's not like it has come to a point where each 120 in the 120 balls you play, you have to try to hit every ball for a 4 or a 6. You have to think as a batter, you should be thinking in the reverse order. You should try to hit a 6 4, then look for 2 or 1. Ideally, when we are playing long format of cricket, right, 50 overs or 2-day games, we tend to think the opposite way. We defend, we play 1 2, and if the ball is really there to be hit, then we try to go for runs. So I would like to conclude by saying that it's the lack of uh, home advantage and our how do I say
confidence,
mindset. Yeah.
mindset, and confidence.
Yeah, so that's what, right. Harsha Bhogle actually sums it up brilliantly, right? He always tells T20 is not about personal milestone. It's about uh, what you what you contribute in a given opportunity. For example, 20 ball 40. It's not about okay how many 50s you scored. Okay, Virat Kohli has 8 IPL 100s,
don't
but
don't say that you will become a Virat Kohli hater. No, if you speak hard facts nowadays, you become a Virat Kohli hater.
yeah, that is
See,
One thing they need to change the mindset is like, oh, okay, let's consider the facts what we had when lost in a previous match, and like let's try to give a what best we can do it in terms of an as individuals. That is not there in our any players like which I can see. I think one or two batsmen or like one bowler is not going to be do any of the changes. It's a team game, playing 11, right? So it's all entire, like all 11 people should given a complete 100% efforts, and then only we can win the matches or anything. I never seen that mindset. Okay, let's improvise what we have done at the bad at the past matches, and let's take it as in a positive way for this match. Nothing.
Uh, like okay, well, I like to conclude by telling like one small points. We saw in the last match like against SRH, we scored actually 262. It's actually a huge score when chasing. This is the highest score when team has scored while chasing. So with that confidence in them, they can actually lead the team to more and more wins from now. Actually, we have crossed around 6 matches, I guess. From now, if we take also like we still have matches, some another 7 to 8 matches we do have. So we actually can improvise our ability, and with this confidence, what we have as right now, we can actually go forward and leaving back all those losses, and we can actually move forward, see the further matches how it is. So that is what. And one more thing, like when we spoke about the ground, Chinnaswamy, like the home, we cannot say home advantage. It is home disadvantage. We can actually change to. So when Pat Cummins was talking about when the toss was 240 will be a pass score he told. So that is one point we actually have to see. Because any other ground, if we go also, then what is the pass score if we ask? They'll be like 160, 180. Max, if you go to Vankade also, it'll be like 200. Okay, 200 is a pass score they can actually take. But when it comes to Chinnaswamy, uh, how should we like refer to this? Whether we should go with the dimensions of the ground, or we have to go with the pitch they gave us, because seeing the dimensions we have to go with the pitch, how the pitch has to be made. So that when Pat Cummins told 240 is a par, so I was like, who the hell is like 240 par score? And okay, they're not going to score. We actually thought of it. I personally like 240. Okay, they're just telling they can cross 200. That's for sure. That I know, because in Chinnaswamy 200 is par score I can tell. But going crossing 240 and reaching 280 plus, and it's like a nightmare for us. What are they doing actually? What is the pitch doing for the is the pitch supporting the batsman, or is the bowler only supporting the batsman and they're giving the balls to hit or what? It's like a know-how factor. What it is going on only. So when coming to the ground, we have to see about the pitches. While coming with the batting lineup, also we have to go with when we have 7 batters, as Sagar mentioned, we do have 7 batters, and the role they have to keep in mind and they have to perform. That's the only thing they have to go. I mean, think forward and go. That's it. So that's from my point of view.
Yeah, so actually, I was about to come to that point, right? We scored our second highest score and is the highest score while chasing. So, as they spoke in DRS also, right? DRS, I hope you all know the DRS channel. Like, should we be happy or should we be crying because they played so well? So, that's one question. And one more thing, guys, see, I totally agree, Chinnaswamy, it's not made for bowlers. But see, that's what my point is. See, they all are international bowlers. It's not like they are rookies, right? Sorry. So they all are international bowlers, and if you look at the CSK versus MI game, where CSK scored over 200 and they defended a score, so they restricted them to one side of the pitch. Correct. Okay, it's Chinnaswamy. Okay, let them hit one side of the ground. Why? Okay, one ball you bowl wide outside of, one ball you would bowl down the leg, one ball you will bowl stump to stump line. So as a captain, you are clueless because the batsmen are hitting all over the ground. So that's where my concern is. Okay, coaching is bad, but as an international bowler, you should have plan A. Okay, my plan is okay. I am going to bowl. Whatever happens, I am going to bowl wide outside off until and unless you are Jasprit Bumrah, and you are not correct. So why is it happening? Because I feel if, for example, if Mohammad Siraj goes to CSK, suddenly he will become a superstar bowler.
Pakka.
If Yes Dayal is going, he will get India chance.
I know. Again, see, I want to say this is a domino effect. So domino effect is when we can see initial matches they try to bowl well. It's not that they don't bowl well. Initial matches their confidence gets such a toll. that they start and even though they are international bowlers, they know what's happening. Their confidence it's at so low, it makes them do stupid things. Like you mentioned, right, bowling away from the stumps. You saw the SRH match. Hardly 4 or 5 balls were targeted towards the stumps. Everything was away. So that is one thing we need to highlight. Having said that, as you told, that these are international players, they need to somehow, at least not for the forget about the team, forget about everything else. At least you are playing for your reputation, right?
Correct.
As a player, whenever you get into a field, I want my team to win. If that is not happening, at least I should play for my reputation, right?
True.
That is one thing I don't know. I don't have answers for your questions when it comes to that. Why our international bowlers are not performing so well? Because like you mentioned, Alzari Joseph and Lockie Ferguson as well, right? Lockie Ferguson bowled so well before the series, before the IPL started. He played the India versus New Zealand, sorry, Australia versus New Zealand series. He bowled very well. He was bowling such a good yarders, if I remember right. So I don't know. He came, gave 50 runs. Everybody half century.
That's one thing. We actually spoke about that 262 runs, right? Right, chase in the highest chase score a team has actually done. From first thing, we have to give a very big bow to the Faf as well as Virat Kohli, who gave a very good start, and very fearless cricket was played by DK. Um, the okay, we can understand like these three are like very well experienced batters. Okay, they don't have that much fear in them to charge the bowler. Okay, that confidence level that the management has to give for the other batters as well, like taking Lomro, taking Rajat Patidar. So in this kind of format, like what we are playing as of now, every ball, as Sagar tell, like we have to come from the reverse. We have to go first. We have to see for the six first. Like if it six is not happening, okay, let's go for four. If these two are not happening, we can go for the twos or ones. So Rajat Patikar, it's actually like his confidence level to hit the ball to the I mean, go for big hits. It's very minimal. What I saw, because when we actually want to chase like 280 plus, the kind of cricket what he has played on that day, actually it's like okay, he should have actually taken some responsibility. No, he is a very good batsman. We know that he has good records in first class, everything okay. But at that point of time, on that particular day, what we do is matters. So that's the only thing everyone sees. Today, if you're not performing, they'll be like that day, everyone will be bashing at you. Next day, if you perform also, they'll be like, okay, that match he didn't even perform. What is he doing? Going to do now? That reputation on the each individual, it actually affects them. So that we actually have to groom the players in what the CSK is actually doing. We can see Travis Head, an ex-RCBN, Shivam Dubey, ex-RCBN, KL, ex-RCBN, who all are performing now. Everyone we can see like all are ex-RCBNs, and from leaving the RCB and going to and performing in other franchises, it actually raises a big doubt that whether the coaches are doing the jobs well or not. So that is the one thing, whether they're getting groomed well or not. So that's one thing we are actually doubting on the management side.
Yeah.
Players, okay, players are actually fantastic players. They are internationally trained. They are all playing international games. Okay, but what about franchise matches? So that is what we have to question the management.
We need to learn a lot of things from a DK actually. I mean, we call it as an Dinesh Karthik, and he left the game. Gautam, I completely agree. See, they are all
Yeah,
international players, right? And look at the DK. Everyone downgraded him, and he went to a
yeah.
commentator, and he played a different roles in terms of international cricket, and he didn't practice at all. If you look at before IPL as well, he didn't even play like a Suresh Raina how he's practicing in the Chennai, right? DK was doing something else in his personal life. But look at the way he came back. Every match he scored it. And he's 38, dude. He's not I mean, 28 or a 26 or a 30 years old. Look at the Rajat Patigar, Lawmer, like what is their age? And they should think about the maturity level, right? And they had a young blade too. And they had a very good physique to hit it up. 38, Dinesh Karthik is playing like that. Think about others, like how they need to improvise. It's just one thing I think probably as Sagar and Anu has mentioned. One thing is a mindset. and one thing is on like the confidence level. As you mentioned, it's about reading on the pitch, and it's not about hitting a sixes or like, just going for an hittings. It's just about a rotation of a strike and the confidence, self confidence. That matters a lot in a team actually. And management is not backing up the players. I think probably they don't have any trust on their bowling attack itself. So it's obvious, like even as a fans, we'll hurt a lot.
I mean, heartbroken, we can tell.
True.
Getting broken into fragments.
So true that, yeah, actually really good points, right? So yeah, I just hope going forward RCB in the second innings. So thank you so much, guys. We have ran out of time. It's almost 40 to 45 minutes, as Sagar said. So I just want to thank you guys for joining in. I hope we do more of such podcasts going forward. It feels really good that we all are on same page, not like we have different points, right? So that's one major thing, and we just want to put it across for all the fans. So thank you so much, guys. I
And
hope.
before we conclude, Anu, I want to, this management should be ashamed of itself for keeping such high tickets prices.
True.
They should be ashamed of themselves for conducting
Exactly.
unbox events. Okay, we are fans, we will go. For a team that won zero trophies, they're keeping unbox event. Okay, you do your unbox event, you do your events. I will come. I'm an RCB fan. See, I will tell you, Anu, almost every year that RCB has played in India in Chinnaswamy, every year I try to go to. Every year, almost every year, I've gone to the stadium. But this year, my brother booked my tickets. Okay, I told him, "You sell these tickets, I will not come to the stadium." This was the second game that they won against Kings 11 Punjab. I told him I will
Uh,
not come. See, they should have some sort of uh, empathy towards their fans.
True.
Okay, I am working in an IT profession. I can earn money. I can come to the stadium. That is not a money is not at all a big factor for me. That 3,000 rupees one ticket. They're literally looting us. Okay, I want to watch a game. Okay, what if an auto rickshaw driver in Bengaluru wants to watch a game? Can he afford 3,000 rupees for one day and for the performance that these people give? Absolutely trash. Absolutely trash. They should feel ashamed of themselves for keeping such a high ticket price. Check out Mumbai. Check out Chennai.
Chennai.
Check out their ticket prices. Okay, they have not even won one trophy, but sorry, we have not even won one trophy, but we keep our ticket price so high. Look at them; they keep starting from three digits, that is 400, 800, and all. If you go to SRH, right, Hyderabad, if you buy two tickets, they'll give you a jersey free.
True.
True.
You can book a ticket, IPL ticket in Hyderabad. From Bangalore, you can go through train, watch the game, eat nicely, have a room there, come back wapas with the same amount if two or three members are going. Seriously, they should feel ashamed of yourself. If RCB management is watching, I'm sorry, but you should feel ashamed of yourself. Seriously.
No, I completely agree with Sagar actually. And even the cops are selling the tickets like almost for 10,000. And the net ballers actually, I know, I think probably you might know the net ballers like taking the tickets and they're selling it to like 7,000, 6,000. I do have a contacts in KSCA and like they're actually pinging me and saying that, bro, you want a ticket? 7,000 is a price. Fucking 7,000 rupees.
Bro, you're talking about that. I just spoke to one of my friend. I asked like, okay, RCB and CSK, which is going to happen on May 18th. I asked the ticket. They are like, bro, openly I'll tell, 2,000 rupees is the MRP price. But what we are going to sell it's like for 12K. If you want, if you're interested, you can buy. Or else we do have a very big bazaar for that. We'll sell it anywhere we are outside. If you want, yeah, I'll give you for 12,000. It's like for you, I'm giving for 12,000. Then just imagine what price it's gonna be sold for.
And
The
also,
normal.
that's some they bought in some dynamic pricing, ticket pricing.
Yeah.
A stand, the first time when they left, they put it for sale, it was 2,300 odd. The second time when they put it, it was for 3,000 rupees. My brother accidentally booked it thinking that we'll be going together. I told him, sell it off. I put a message in a group of RCB fans. I got 10 replies in hardly 1 minute. How much, how much, how much, how much? That's how desperate fans are. They want to come and support you, but you guys loot them for money. You guys loot them for money. Literally, you
Bro,
should.
in that perspective, I actually want to like congratulate the CSK management. They actually, whatever it is, they actually do many things for their fans. We have seen like 2 years ban. We have seen now one part of the stands or itself was in a case, so they were not able to occupy the fans in those stands. So still, they didn't go for higher pricing. They stood for the fans. They just thought like they have to come and watch, and they kept at a lower price only. But having a small ground, having a bashing team, putting a price for more than like 2K, it's really like
there
I
are
mean, what
there are
disappointing.
hundred other things that I would like to congratulate and admire about Mumbai team. Okay, because about their management and all that. But one thing that stood out was I saw Neeta Ambani that day. She told she bought 18,000 students, small kids
True.
to the stadium.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Imagine
That's
RCB doing like that. I can't even imagine because they'll not do it. They're all in for the money. Look at
Yeah.
the jersey prices. Uh, Look at the replica
Manu is
jerseys.
wearing.
Uh, I used to buy jerseys every year. Okay, I've decided. See, this is my perspective. I will not buy a jersey. I will go for the women's IPL. This year I paid money and I went to watch the women's game. They played really well. Okay, I will go to watch the women's IPL and never ever I will go to watch the men's game unless they put their tickets down or somehow build a good team. You build a good team and we will come and watch you. Think about the poor people who wants to watch a cricket game. You guys are keeping your ticket size so high. What is
not
wrong with
even
you?
like
What is
World
wrong
Cup
with you?
tickets are that much.
There are a lot of things if we keep on talking about this management, right? I think probably let's continue in the next season.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, with that we'll end, and that's all for the RCB management, guys. And it's for you fans. Wake up! They just want to make money. It's a brand, so it's all and all not for us, not for this. It's all for you RCB management, guys, and the owners.
Money making machine.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys, once again for joining in. Hope we catch up again soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. See
ಈ
you.
ಸಲ ಕಪ್ ನಿಮ್ದೆ.
So, bye.
ಸಾಕು ನಿಲ್ಸು ಗುರು ಕತೆ
ಇದು
ಇವ್ರದ್ದು.
RCB ಯ ಹೊಸ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ.
ಹೊಸ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಹೊಸ
ಹೊಸ
ಅನ್ಯಾಯ.
ಅನ್ಯಾಯ.
ಬಾಯ್ ಗೈಸ್.
Bye
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye, guys.